What is up, guys? Today's title, I kid you not, is could you actually put a child in Toy Chica? This video came out 3 weeks ago. I forgot to react to it. This is by Ultinatum. Make sure you guys subscribe to them, hit the like button, and comment down below, and do the same for my channel. Let's see if you can actually, you know, if it was actually scientifically possible for William to stuff one of the children inside of Toy Chica after he was done.
So you know that joke people commonly say about Toy Chica? The joke where they're like, dang bro, call me William Afton because I'm about to put a child in that animatronic. It's a pretty funny joke. It's even gotten quite a few laughs out of me. But could you actually do it? Could you actually...
You know, I don't think I ever heard that one.
Pull an MCI and stuff everyone's favorite green site chicken. I don't think William is the type to dismantle his victims, so neither.
No, he just definitely stuffed them in there, bro.
Anything to go off of. The rules for this video are simple. We need to find a way to get this into that without removing any of its pieces. Got it? Good. And starting off, let me just get the obvious out of the way. No, you cannot smash the chicken. Last time I checked, and believe me, I checked, animatronics don't have reproductive organs. This may sound like a no-brainer to some of you, but I know I'll get at least one comment saying, just smash the chicken. To simplify things, we'll assume that Toy Chica's endoskeleton is absent for this little experiment, and just her...
This is actually a unique FNAF theory, though, like, jokes out the damn way. But yeah, this is like a really unique one, because I've actually never heard, like, anybody, like, take like math and be like, can you actually fit a human body inside of an animatronic that you're trying to dispose of after murdering them?
Remains. We'll also be using a hypothetical test dummy named Bob. That way, if I ever have to contort or twist it in any painful directions, we can all relax because it's just a dummy. The most important thing to remember is that this entire question is just one big equation, since her head, legs, and surprisingly large feet are too small to hold a fully intact Bob, which only leaves her torso. And if we can figure out the volume of her torso, then we'll figure out just how much we can stick.
It's kind of crazy though, because like William Afton definitely solve this equation later on in like Sister Location, right? Wait, no, wouldn't FNAF 2 come after Sister, or like before Sister Location, before he was like killing kids on screen? But I don't know, it seems like he figured out the equation, because in Sister Location he's actually got like a storage area to put kids in and they fit in there. So
inside of her, which means we're gonna have to team up with my old arch nemesis, Math. Here I have Chica from Help Wanted 1, and while this is a nice official model to go off of, instead of trying to figure this out on my own,
is that a shiny Chica? What the hell?
Post from 6 years ago to determine Chica's height. Apparently, this now deleted user used Funtime Freddy's height in Help Wanted 1 to determine the height of all other animatronics mentioned.
Damn, all them robots are 6 feet apparently.
Also didn't factor in things like hair, hats, ears, etc. Just feet to head. I could go and measure Toy Chica myself, but I don't think it'd be any better than what this guy did. Until the movie comes out and we get a full shot of Toy Chica standing next to Michael or something like Freddy, we'll just have to keep making educated guesses and hope we're right. According to
those robots are going to be freakishly tall, bro.
5.7 feet tall or 173 centimeters. Now all we need to do is use her body as a ruler to get some rough dimensions of her torso. Chica's torso is about 3.5 times shorter than her overall body, so if we divide her height of 173 centimeters by 3.5, it comes out to a nice 49.4 centimeters. The torso from this specific distance is 441 pixels tall. Rotating to the side but not moving any further away gives us the chance to get her length. And after painfully counting pixels for about 5 more minutes, I can confirm that her torso is 278 pixels long around the breast where she's longest, and 171 pixels long at the waist where
like
she's
the
short.
math just got me locked in. Like
it's just crazy with this green rectangle due to the
math just got me thinking.
The rectangle's length is 244 pixels long. I'll also be doing the same for her width, which comes out to 261 pixels long. And then we cry because we realize I accidentally included her hips when I was getting her height. Let me just tweak those numbers really fast. If Chica's torso is 44.3 centimeters tall, and that translates to 399 pixels tall, then her width is 28.7 centimeters because it's 68%.
I've never seen somebody like in-depthly measure these damn robots before. This shit's actually insane.
61% the height of her torso. And now that we've acquired her length, width, and height, we can now grab her volume, which comes out to about 39,865 cubic centimeters. And if you need something to help you visualize that big number, then that's about 9 gallons worth of volume. Which sounds like a lot, but considering her torso is completely hollow for this experiment, it checks out pretty nicely. She's basically a small fish tank. And now that we have our container, let's start scouting for our lovely test subject. While Bob is an excellent test dummy, we still don't know how big he's supposed to be. We'll be assuming Bob is about 8 years old for this experiment because it doesn't feel too young or too old and should slot nicely next to William's other victims. According to Google, the average height of an 8-year-old is about 50 inches or 127 centimeters. And if Google AI is to be trusted, which, let's be honest, it's a coin flip if it's right or not, on average, children squeeze into spaces about half their body size, if not a little smaller. And while 27
bro, like, I always fucking scroll away from Google AI, bro. Like, it's never gonna give you the right fucking answer.
Meters or 10.5 inches would definitely be a tight squeeze. It's important to keep in mind that kids are just straight up squishier than adults. Their bones are more malleable and slowly get more rigid and stronger with age. Let me also remind you that keeping this test subject alive is not a concern for us. So if something gets broken, it is what it is. But in all this talk about the size of Bob and the squishiness of Bob and the flexibility of Bob, we forgot
my God, why is Bob getting twisted?
How big is the hole he's going into? It doesn't matter if Bob is some sort of young prodigy and is on track to being a world famous contortionist if Chica's neck hole is too snug to fit your fist in. So I decided to do some more pixel measurements and dipped my ruler down Chica's hole, and eventually discovered Chica's hole is about 1/3 the size of her.
I'm gonna let the video play, but we all that, like, there's a digital footprint now of you saying those exact words. I hope you know that. The internet's never gonna forget.
Her torso.
Never.
And also 14.7 centimeters.
200,000 people just seen you say you put a ruler down there. That's crazy.
Centimeters in diameter, which sounds huge, but considering her torso is 30 centimeters in width and proportionally her head is massive compared to your average human, it starts to make a lot more sense. With a radius of 7.3 and nothing on the inside to impede Bob from entering, does he do it?
No, unacceptable.
While I'm pretty sure he'd be able to fit inside of his torso if he tried hard enough, and if we broke a few bones, there's just no way he's making it past the hole. Maybe if you twisted him a bit, or if he was malnourished or particularly slender, then maybe, but your average 8-year-old most likely isn't making it inside of Chica without a few things being broken. There is this huge opening at the bottom of her torso where her hips start that actually looks quite roomy, and definitely wide enough for Bob to slip in. If Bob isn't obese or abnormally tall, then I
wonder if we can just, like, assume with how Gregory goes in, like, Rockstar Freddy, did William just do that? Like, did he just rip open all the torsos real fucking quick and just, like, kind of, like, push them in there? Wasn't there, like, a scene in Breaking Bad where, like, Jesse and Walter, like, they broke some dude's bones and shit and, like, stuffed him in a tub? Maybe he also did that after ripping up the torsos.
Should be a good fit. And if all else fails, bring in the hammer. However, good luck getting the endo in there. Her insides are cramped enough, and the extra weight is not doing her any favors. And now the next time your friends say they want to put a child into
I paused at the wrong time. Anyway, bro, imagine like this is the endoskeleton, bro, and imagine like William has to like kind of wrap the fucking body around the endoskeleton to make it like fit in there. Like, oh my God. Like, Scott really made some like extra fucked up implications by just like putting the lore as he stuffed them in the suits. Like, there's just so much fucked up unsaid implications that he could have like just broke their bodies or like just like kind of just mushed them in there.
Chica,
after he was
you can
done.
Happily inform them they most likely can. Subscribe, follow, join, get out of my sight.
Damn.
Special thanks to Arcade.
Nah, like that. This was an actual unique ass theory, though. Like you don't actually see people talking about the more fucked up implications of Five Nights at Freddy's, dude. Like I've always seen people like talk about the fucked up implications that like kind of lead. No, I've seen people talk about like, you know, just the lore and just the story and stuff, but I never like seen someone go like really in depth into the meat of the story and like say like, could William actually fit somebody in here without breaking some bones or twisting their body up and shit? Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a weird one, but it was definitely a unique one. If you guys want to see more unique theories, make sure you guys hit the like button, comment down below some theories that you guys want me to watch, and let's hope we never get a title like this one again. Peace out.